Today we're in Cock Lane. In the heart of the City of London, you'll find Cock Lane. Did you catch the name? It's Cock Lane. Many people think that this is named after all the cockfighting that used to happen around here. Wrong, it's named after all the brothels. But I'm told you won't really find any... Oh. London and the nearly giant pineapple. So when Christopher Wren was designing St Paul's Cathedral, as in this beautiful bad boy, he wanted to put a 60-foot pineapple on top. 60 foot! That would have completely dominated our skyline. I mean, the White House is like 70 foot tall. You do have to understand that back in the 1700s, pineapples were like all the rage, this crazy exotic fruit. Anyway, a compromise was eventually made, and there are actually 2 golden pineapples on top of the 2 Western Towers even today. London's lost umbrellas. So among the 300,000 things left on the Underground every year, at least 10,000 of those are umbrellas. But if that's just on the Underground, people estimate it's probably more like 60,000 umbrellas. I mean, how do we lose so many umbrellas? I don't know if you've heard, but George Washington is still being incredibly stubborn. And I know he's here somewhere in Trafalgar Square. Aha, here he is. Good old George famously said he would never set foot on British soil ever again. And in respect to his wishes, the ground surrounding his statue is been brought from the USA. Crazy! It doesn't rain that much in London. Sure, it's raining like absolute crazy right now. Yay. I want to clear this up once and for all. People think of London as this crazy, rainy, miserable city full of miserable people. And although some of that might be partly true, hey, we get less rain than New York, we get less rain than Rome, and we even get less rain than Sydney. Sydney! It's just more spread out. Oh my god. So the next time you think of London as this miserable, rainy place, think again, otherwise I'm going to have to tell you. What's the oldest currency in the world? You guessed it from the theme, that's right, it's the British pound. It's changed shape a few times. It used to be a note, then it was a round pound coin. In 2017, it became the 12-sided shape it is now, and it's clocked up an impressive 1,200 years of use. Over a century ago, dozens of London's rivers were hidden underground, and they're still there today, so wherever you are in London, you're usually not very far from one. At Sloane Square Station, you see this green bridge? This is actually Westbourne River, and all these rivers flow directly into the Thames. 4 things you didn't know about the London Underground. Let's go. There are 49 disused ghost stations on the network, including one directly beneath the British Museum. The Jubilee line is the only line that crosses all other lines, and this is the oldest corporate brand logo of modern times. And the escalators go the equivalent of twice around the Earth every week. Here we are outside Buckingham Palace. And that flag up there barely flying is the Union Jack. As if she were in, the Royal Standard would fly, which in its glory looks like this. Poor Lizzie hasn't been here since March. She's all tucked up safe and secure at Windsor Castle, where you can bet you the Royal Standard is flying there. And when she returns, that's how we know we're through this chaos. Hey, Big Ben is changing the colour of its face. So right now it's under a £61 million restoration. And in the layers of old paint, scientists found 4 shades of blue. And here is the new face. It hasn't looked like this since 1930.